Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you guys are here again. So as promised, I was going to make a video about how my trip went to Laguna Beach this last October. So I'm finally getting around to it. I know it's almost like a month ago, but as promised, here it is. So to start off, I went to Laguna Beach in October, like second week of October. So I was a little nervous that it was going to be a little cold, but surprisingly, it was actually pretty warm still. I was walking around and when I first arrived on Friday, I did have a sweater on, but the rest of the days, like during at night, I didn't really need, that much, and it was actually really, really good weather. I think if I would have gone like in July or something, it would have been pretty hot, and then it wouldn't be as comfortable doing all the stuff that I did in Laguna Beach. So that's really cool. So to start off, um, so here's, as I showed you guys, my website. So here's where I have some pictures. And then on my Instagram and Facebook, which I'll, put the links down below. You can see all the photos and everything. Like here's some pictures of the trip. So just to kind of give you guys, some pictures. I know sometimes people are more visual, which is okay. It's fine. They'll have pictures on the Instagram, and that way you guys can see those. So to start off, we arrived on a Friday night, and we got there, and it was actually really, really nice. The Airbnb that we got, it was really, really close to the beach, so you can almost hear like the waves crashing against the sand is how close it was. Like it was really, really nice. And I like that because you don't have to drive, you don't have to park and worry all about that. You can just get out the door and walk down just some steps, and there you are. There you are. So I really, really like that. It was really convenient. And so we first stop that we did was at the beach. It was really nice. It was so nice. There was nobody there. There was absolutely nobody there. It was just us and the beach, and I really liked it. You can hear in the distance people having their dinners because there's a restaurant that's close by. But that's pretty much it. And it was really, really nice weather. The wind, the waves. It was kind of magical. I'm not gonna lie. It was really, really nice. And then later on, we walked around Laguna Place there, and there's so many little shops, so many little shops, insane. They're all closed because it was I think it was a little past 9. There's not many gas stations in that area, which I was we kind of need some water, so we had to walk around for a bit, and we finally found a liquor store, and we got some water there. And then we were getting pretty hungry, so then we went down to a restaurant that's right across the street. It's called Sapphire, and they had really good food. I had a chicken sandwich with coleslaw. Now I know some people don't like coleslaw, but I love coleslaw. I'm just one of those people that love it, and it was just honestly probably the best coleslaw I've ever had. And then I had some avocado with it, which made it even better. And it was just so good. The chicken was a little too crispy for me. I'm not really into crispy sandwich. I like it more moist. But it was pretty good. For it being, later on in the night, I think it was better. I think there was a Jack in the Box that was open. It was either that or Sapphire, which is the restaurant we went. So I'm kind of glad we decided to go Sapphire. Jack in the Box, you can go at home. Here, we're dining out, so it was nice. And then when we were walking around, there was a restaurant that had a box right outside their place that said free stuff, and it was filled with shoes, and I was pretty excited. I was what the heck? And so I thought, yeah, I was looking around, but they were all size 8, so they didn't fit me, so I was kind of bummed out. But anyways, it was really fun. It was a really fun night. And then after walking around, we just kind of went in and went to bed. And the Airbnb though that we got, it was really, really small. You could literally sit on the toilet and like wash your hands at the same time. It's how little it was. I was, it was definitely an experience. So, but that, it was fun. Um, and then the next day we woke up, and then we went to the Sapphire restaurant again. They had like a little, like, they had a little like pastry shop right next to like the restaurant that we had eaten that night before. And there I had a croissant, I had some eggs and bacon. They have really, really good sausage, like amazing sausage, which I'm not a huge sausage fan, like to eat like pork and stuff. And I'm sorry for those people that, you know, don't eat pork. Like, I'm sorry I eat pork, but I did that one time. It was really good. I don't eat pork every day, but that day was good. And then the chocolate croissant was okay. I mean, it tasted like any other croissant, like Starbucks. Like, it wasn't anything out of this world, but it was good. Um, and then we walked around for a little bit more, and then we went back to the beach, and we just kind of stayed at the dock area. We didn't go down the stairs. You know, we just kind of were there for a little bit. And it was just nice just watching people and like surfing and all that. Just being close to the beach, that's always really fun. So, and then we were just kind of walking around for a little bit, and we saw this one place where it was like beach bums where you can rent a bike. And so that's what we did. We rented some bikes, and that was like an amazing idea because we got the bikes, and that allowed us to like go down to Heisler Park, which in my blog I talk a little bit more about Heisler Park. So that was more towards like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We were riding around, and what I really like, I was a little nervous because I'm always a little nervous about riding my bike out in the streets. The reason for that is because I can't tell you the many times where I almost like ran over somebody on their bike. Like, that's how bad it is sometimes. And I know that people are not as, you know, careful with bikes, and so, but I felt pretty safe because you had like the street, and then you had like a big gap for it was just like the bikes, and that's where we kind of rode our bikes. So we rode our bikes. We did down to Forest Avenue and like that little like central area. Then we did to Heisler Park. In Heisler Park, you can't really ride your bike around. Like, you just can't. So we had to park them. So yeah, we were trying to look for, you know, like a little boardwalk that we could just like go down, you know, kind of how you see like in California. Mostly like probably like Venice Beach or something. Heisler Park didn't have that. So, you know, because it was filled with people and the boardwalks are really, really small. So there was just no way. So we just parked the bikes, and then we just went down this little area where they had a bunch of rocks and places where you can sit like in between the rocks, and we found this really cool little place where we could just sit and kind of chill for a little bit and just watch the waves, you know, and people watch. It was really, really peaceful. It was really fun, you know, just sitting there and just kind of soaking up the sun and like all the waves and stuff. So after sitting there, we went, you know, back up, and we kind of walked around for a little bit, you know, with the rocks and the beach and everything, and then we went up to get our bikes, and then we went down from the bikes. We went back to Forest Avenue, and we parked our bikes, and we got a bite to eat. Now, let me tell you, I don't think I've ever purchased this much stuff at a cafe before in my life. So we were there, right? And then we were kind of like, we saw this like ice cream like shop where you can buy what's it called? I forgot what they're called. But anyways, it was like mango sorbet, or sorbet, however they say it. And I got that one. It was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. Like, it was nothing that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna come back for this. But it was pretty tasteful. And then before I went to Laguna Beach, I had read that there was like a Parisian French cafe that you can eat. So I went, and I was like looking for it, and it was actually in that same street on Forest Avenue, and I found it. So we went, and let me tell you how much I got. So I got an almond croissant, a hazelnut tart, a chocolate tart, chicken, a piece of French bread, and 2 truffles. The only thing I didn't eat was the truffles. Everything else I ate. Like, I ate the almond croissant, and it was the best croissant I've ever had in my life. The, the little tarts were, like, amazing. Like, the hazelnut was just, like, it was so good. Like, sometimes with hazelnut stuff, like, it's, like, covered in Nutella tasting, which is a little too rich sometimes, but this was just, like, perfect because it wasn't even, like, very sugary. Like, it was just, like, the right amount of sugar. Like, it was just delicious. And then I got a chocolate tart. Now, this was, like, knocked out of the park. Like, it had, like, on the blog you'll see, but it had, like, a little, like, flower with the chocolate, and, like, a chocolate circle was right on top, so it looked like a flower chocolate. And it was just, like, amazing. Like the little creams was hazelnut flavored, but then on the inside, like, it was covered by a thick crust of, like, chocolate cookie crust, and inside was smooth velvety chocolate. But what was amazing that I found about this is it wasn't overwhelming, because sometimes with chocolate it can be, like, too much, but this was just, like, the perfect right amount of chocolate that you could have, and it was just literally the most amazing thing I've ever eaten. And then the chicken was okay. You know, like, I don't know if it was because it was, like, the flavored from, like, I guess French flavored, which I'm not too used to, you know. It was okay. Like, I ate it, but it wasn't, like, anything I would go back. The only thing I would go back would be for those, like, pastries. They were literally, like, the best thing I've ever had in my life. And I almost wish I could have brought some home and eaten some more. But it was just so good, and it was honestly, like, the best pastries I've had. And I know I keep repeating myself, but it really was. Um, so then we sadly ate it all, and then we just were rocking around for a little bit more, and then we got our bikes, and then we went back to get the bikes back. Um, and then afterwards, we just kind of chilled for a little bit. We were just a little tired from, like, being out in the sun. And then we went back down to the beach to watch the sunset, and that was really nice because it wasn't filled with people. Like, it was just really peaceful. There was a couple people playing. You know, the lady took our picture, and it was just a really, really nice trip down to the beach for the sunset. And then we went back, and we went out to dinner to this one place. Now, you have to forgive me. I don't remember the name of this place. Like, I've been trying to look for it on Google, and I can't find it. It was like a restaurant inside a hotel, and it was like Spaniard food. It was okay. You know, I think what happened is just I didn't get the right plate. Sometimes I struggle with that. Like, I go to these really nice, like, I go to nice places, and I get these random plates that I'm like, it's just not the best thing that they have. So, but it was not bad. Like, it was pretty good, but it wasn't all that I wanted it to be. But it was pretty good. The place was beautiful. Like, it looked like a cave, but a really pretty cave. um, it was a beautiful, beautiful place. The food, I think, could have been a little bit better. That's the only thing, and I think mostly because of that is because I probably did not choose the right plate or the right food. So that's the one thing. And then we went back to our room, and then afterwards went down to the beach again, and you know, there's just something really magical about being at the beach at night and it being so quiet, and you know, you're just hearing the waves crash, the moon is on the ocean, and there's just something really beautiful and magical about that. And I think that's probably one of my favorite parts of it, besides all the food, the delicious food I had. But I definitely recommend you visit Laguna Beach if you ever get the chance. It's definitely more of like, it's not a college beach. If that's what you're looking for, it's not a college beach. It's more of a beach that you are, you know, thinking of just kind of spending some time, you know, with your significant other, you know, maybe your kids, just because there's not that much. I know Heiser Park has like the main beach right next to it, and that has a little more things. Like you have more people. There's volleyball courts. They even have um, more stuff there, more people. But like the beach where I was, it was just a little bit more quiet, more peaceful, and honestly, like that's what I really needed. So it was a it was an awesome place to be honest. So I definitely recommend you guys go to Laguna Beach. It definitely has a small town feel, which I like, and I really really enjoyed that. So I definitely recommend you guys to go. So definitely check out my Instagram, my Facebook page. That way you guys can see some of the pictures that I took. And other than that, that's kind of like the video. If you guys have any questions or anything else you guys want to know about it, let me know and I'll let you guys, answer any questions that you guys have. But, anyways, it was so good to see you guys today, and I hope everyone takes good care of yourself and keep loving. Bye.